tonight. From Empower Field at
from the 35 on second down. Allen, he'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to the ground, this time Cook. 2 straight runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Nick Bonito, his 2nd sack of the night. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the gun, it's Allen. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Allen. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Denver's offense ready to go again. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos. At about the 32. Here's Wilson to throw. Out quickly to Judy. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
The Broncos send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Steps away to his left. I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Now, the 2 points, that's not totally critical at this point. Still a 1-score game, but they do have to give away the football with no guarantees they're going to get it back.
Yeah, or at least if they get it back, will they have any time to do anything with it? So they've got to send their defense out there and say, guys, we got to have it right now. Save some time for us.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. Fielded just inside the 20.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
The Broncos about set to go on offense. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far, and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, you know, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
And they're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage. Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. 1st down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
I know he ain't got it. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
Here's Pollard again. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They run straight ahead here with Pollard, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The win for the Broncos seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Denver, they improved to 5-3 as they approach the halfway point of this 17-game schedule. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they
Today, from Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Another tote for Etienne. And he's got room. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man,
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 96 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger gain.
You got nothing today.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that's going to bump up their lead now to 15-3. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You've got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll check this one off to Fournette. So no gain on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Back to throw again. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. Past the 20. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire On 1st and 10, Watson. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Watson. Buying time to his left. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. The offense on third down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. And now Watson throws another interception. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Ready? Hey,
we got time right. 3 down.
Ready.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Here's Chubb, back-to-back catches for him. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
32. Ready, go.
Now back to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Von Miller make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Quick completion here to Johnson. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, You're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Watson's throw complete to Freiermuth. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. A three-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
On first down, it's Watson. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. DeForest Buckner getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Another try after the first down sack. Watson. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Vikings are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment.
Today, from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis,
14's the mic. 14's the mic.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Mike 14. Mike 14.
On second down at 4. Lock. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Darius Slayton, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, gotta give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
The extra point up and good, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here.
Four down.
Hey, 66.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Come on, boy. You better be ready.
Again, it's Taylor. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. And this offense on third down today, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Throwing now is Brady. Complete. It's Henry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 43-yard line.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. That boy, you got 4 down.
They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've got this call?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field. He wasn't letting the offense go with him at all. He said, we're staying out here, and we're...
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. It's Ross Blacklock who earns the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now a toss play. It's Hines. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
It's just me and you.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And his kick is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone. So
here are the Texans to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football.
Watch the twist. 24 is the mic. I got one.
Lock now on first down. It's brought in by Harris. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
24 is the mic. I got you. Tight end right. Hey.
Throwing now is Locke. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end.
it's finally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Here's Locke to throw. Open man is Mechie, and he's got him. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down.
24 is the mic.
Here's Locke. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Way to go, guys.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Let's get off the field.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
24 is the mic.
On second down, this is Harris. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
14's the mic. Bandit.
Now Locke. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. And that's off the right upright. Thought it might sneak in, but it did not. It's no good. And this will stay a 4-point game. Tom Brady in the offense. Down 17-13. A minute 38 to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. Now Brady over the middle, complete. It's Henry. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 32-yard line. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's capped off by the late touchdown that puts him out in front here in the final minute of the contest. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Houston's offense taking over again. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Now Locke. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Locke. Into the hands of Ingram. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Now Locke, gotta have this one. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to
field on first down. Completes this again to Shepard. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Mayfield with it once more. Looking for his receiver sharp, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Now Patterson to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. This offense so far on 3rd down, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 5. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the screen.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. On 2nd, here's Algier. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
43 is the mic. Target.
Straight ahead, Patterson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
43 is the mic, boy. 43.
Once more, they turn to Patterson. And they'll get him down right around the 16. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. They'll run with Patterson. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of... And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Cordero Patterson. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. They go I formation, fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
Coup for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And again, it's Mayfield. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
45.
Mayfield to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Shepard. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
Let's go one more.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Giants are able to cut into that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike.
Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2.
I smell fear.
Escaping the pressure right. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Tried to roll out, make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there it's really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend a play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and they end up getting sacked.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Bring out the Falcons offense once more. Cordero Patterson ready to go again at running back. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. So a win here for the Falcons, and the man leading the charge was their quarterback, Charles. That's Desmond Ridder.
Yeah, this was a clinic in how to throw the football. Somehow, he wound up with only 2 touchdown passes despite throwing for over 400 yards. But his impact, it loomed large in this one.
So for the Falcons, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL.
Today, from the Superdome.
Got it. Ready?
59, 59. He can't hang. He's not hanging.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On second down, right back to Hunt. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
6 the Eagles. 6 the Eagles.
Right here. Check 50, go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 18 yards, a big pickup there on third down.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Hunt will try going up the middle. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 90 yards on the ground for him so far. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on third down conversions. They need a yard here. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 13-yard line. They only needed 1 yard on third down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole.
Panther 60. Panther 60.
Here's Hurts to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. So a great play there for this highly regarded linebacker making his first career sack.
And his versatility on display right there. Look, we've known him primarily as a tackler and a cover man, but he can go get the quarterback when the situation calls for it, as he just did right there.
Up and good for Santoso. And that will extend their lead even further. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
Ready, break. Go.
They go play action here on first down. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Chandler Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Ready.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Okay, ready.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9.
Let's go now. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kareem Hunt, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, they were looking to pick up the 1st down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
The extra point try now for Santoso. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off as he did so with a touchdown run. The Santoso now to send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this 4th quarter. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He'll look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll find Pittman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Able to shake him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them. Took it.
Good hit.
Here we go. 52 blue.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
Let's go.
2nd and 3.
Throw right side taken in by the tight end Bryant. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
A give up the middle to Singletary. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9.
2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9.
Back to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
And a nice play there defensively. And this is a new acquisition, Charles. You and I were talking about in pregame. Just signed as a free agent earlier this week.
Love when they pick up those guys with something to prove, because any guy who's a free agent off the street, no one else wanted him. So he wants to prove to the rest of the league, you should have signed me first.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Here we go. Watch the pass.
Looking to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
Let's go. Hey, Mike.
They give it off here to the tight end. And he takes this one in for a Brown score.
Harrison Bryant, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept him out the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series.
He has been a factor in a multitude of ways. Over 100 yards rushing. He's approaching that number in the receiving category, too.
And you know why I've always respected guys who can have these types of games? As a runner, you're going through a pile. People are raking at the football all the time. Your hands take a beating, okay? And to be able to still go out and catch the football in open field after going through that, that guy's dynamite.
He's been dynamite in this game so far. We'll see defensively if they have an answer because they need to come up with something. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check.
They'll set up to throw. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Hey, watch Sam.
2nd and 13. He's got his tight end up. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Browns. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th.
Ready to take over again on offense. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
That's our ball, baby.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Hall again on 2nd down.
Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. He'll drop to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. They'll go for it. It's Hall. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And this Browns defense stands tall. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. A good start there on 1st down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
Mike 15.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
I'm going back to you.
Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Come on now, let's go.
A big play that time for Cleveland. 41 yards.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They run here with Singletary. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jags are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
What a stand there defensively. They force the 3rd and goal, force them into what they think will be a passing situation, and then they make sure to lock up all the receivers and come away with the interception. Sounds simple, but that was really well done.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Check. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check out. 54. Watch 54.
Ball again on 2nd down. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Ball again.
Run.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
54. Hey, me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 167 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Here we go. Check 52.
One final kneel down here as it comes inside the 42nd mark, and that should be enough to put this one on ice.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating, even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense.
Today, it's Madden.
One, ready?
56 is the mic. Watch the run, watch the run. Wide, get hot.
On third down, Burrow. Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Here we go.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll give it to Mixon. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Here's Burrow.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Mixon.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to make it a two-score game.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So that CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a two-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a two-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
Watch 36, 36,
Tannehill on first down.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. To throw again on second down. Tannehill, and he wisely will throw that one away. The offense on third down, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here's Tannehill. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Down 2 scores. I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. Well, it didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play, and they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
56, the mic, boys, 56. Check, 56.
Burrow will throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring.
56, Mike, 56, right there, right there.
Burrow looking to pass. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Right here, guys. Fight 51, Mike, 51.
Now Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals. Zach Gentry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Bengals look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Saying, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, They've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level. Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it, and the Bengals grab it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
56 is the mic.
Here we go. 180. 180.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Second and 5 now. Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Open man here is Gentry. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 2nd down. And they go play action now. Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now it's Burrow. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. This will be a 34-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Keep it up, guys. Mike, 36.
Now Tannehill.
They're scared.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And he is going to pick up the Titans' first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Here's Fuller with a catch. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
I'm here all day.
Now a throw here to his running back.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And quickly they get to the line. From the 39, Tannehill.
He's got the connection to Moore.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And he'll just get rid of it. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Tannehill. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Tannehill now to throw. And that is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. One last throw here for Tannehill. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Now a first down throw, Fields. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
I've worked with you long enough now to know you like that decision. Go safe, pressure coming, hit your guy underneath.
It's an excellent decision, but he knew it came with consequences, and that's him getting hit on the play, but able to dump it to his running back and gain some yardage. I liked everything about it, especially his ability to stay in the pocket and execute.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Fields going to hold on to it.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Alvin Kamara.
His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season.
And the Bears answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Extra point right down the middle, and that gives them a 3-point lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert.
He'll get that out to the flat to White.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down. They run straight ahead here with White, and able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Really hard to imagine a quarterback like this being available in a trade. What an impact he's going to have.
No doubt about it. And all teams are looking for leadership from that spot, and this guy provides it.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Brandon, how about that reaction there from a defensive end? Able to recognize the screen pass trying to happen broke off his pass rush, and then get back to tackle the running back. That's a very athletic and intelligent play. Reminds me of you working out and seeing that the treadmill's open and getting there before anyone else.
See, I know you're just patronizing me right now. Everybody knows.
And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Zamir White, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Carlson on for the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it was finished off with a touchdown run by Zamir White.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line.
He'll start with a give to Kamara. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Fields.
It's caught by OBJ. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
91 yards rushing now for Kamara, and it's a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
To throw is Fields.
He completes it to Beckham. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage. And that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area. So you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
On 1st down, it's Fields.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move.
All eyes on Fields. Crossing the field, Beckham makes the catch. And the Bears are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Back to throw, Fields.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Here's Fields.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
Point after, right down the middle. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
So the Raiders now down on the scoreboard. 53 ticks to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down.
Throwing, Herbert.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Herbert.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Herbert to throw.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 35. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So a big one coming now for Daniel Carlson. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they will tie this game here in the final seconds.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Now Fields.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the Bears who will have the first chance to win this thing as we are underway here in overtime. And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
So they come out throwing in the extra session and get a nice hookup right away.
Tells you a lot about what a coach feels about his team, doesn't it? That type of a play in overtime, so many people in this situation play not to lose instead of playing to win. That throw there tells you exactly what they're trying to get done.
A give to Kamara running right. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now it's Fields. There's Mooney with another catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
This is a pretty good drive they're putting together. And I know if I'm on the other sideline, that offense, kind of helpless, isn't it? Because they may not touch the football at all, because if they go down and score a touchdown, this thing's over.
Absolutely. That would write an ending to this script. We'll see what happens. Play action. It's Fields. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. Well, he had the interception woes in regulation, and now they carry over into overtime. And on the other side, CD, all they need is a field goal to win it.
I'm glad you pointed that out, Brandon, because he has not been sharp all game long. He's been rather loose with some of his passes, and this one might cost him the ball game.
The Raiders heading out to take over. The one team squandered opportunity. It's another team's chance to win this thing. They forced that clutch turnover, and now all they need is a field goal here to win this ball game.
Could not be set up much better, could they? A takeaway on defense. Now it's up to that offense to find a way to put themselves in position for the game-winning points. Touchdown, field goal, they don't care. Just find a way to win it. And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Brought down by Jalen Thompson.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down, because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
From the 27, Herbert firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 17-yard line. Herbert operating from the red zone. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The former 3rd-round pick, Justin Jones, bringing the lumber that time.
One of the best in the NFL, in no small part because of his running ability. But on that play, didn't matter to the defense at all. Nice stop for them, a feather in their cap for getting the sack and brought down one of the toughest guys to catch in the NFL.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
What pressure as this thing all rests on the foot of Daniel Carlson. And the defense is going to let him think about it a little as they use their 2nd timeout here. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And this home crowd is in a frenzy as their guys have pulled it out in the end. Well, things started off exciting. This one had a high-scoring first half, and nobody let their foot off the gas in the second half either, Charles. And, you know, for them, a really nice victory in a high-scoring output.
You're right about that because so many times we'll see teams come out slow and take a while to get going, and points become a little bit harder to score near the end of games, as we know, because everyone tightens down. But no such issues in this game. The scoring started right away.
Today.
Back to Walker on first down. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 21. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. 2nd and 6. And Walker has it. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. They'll set up to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Seahawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Looking to throw again on second down. Murray caught by the tight end Ertz. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
And that's another big-time run, and it sure looks like the leverage game is being won by the offensive line. They're the low man on just about every snap, and they're winning, pushing back the defensive front and creating great space for their runners.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34.
Mike 56, Mike 56. That's right, man.
Shotgun now for Murray. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz.
And they're going to work 2-yard line. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Throwing again on second down. Murray.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
56. Mike 56 right there.
Now Murray. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner Murray.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Throwing again, Murray. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Mike 56.
Murray now.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
That's to McBride, and he has it. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Takes it at the 7. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And finding the tight end Hooper. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Hey, 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. All day, baby, all day.
On second down, it's Walker. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. The return is Reed. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Kyler Murray now in the Cardinal offense. Down 24-17. A little under 1:50 remaining. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Murray's throw pulled in by Hopkins. To throw is Murray. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Back to throw. Murray. Gets this to Moore. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Murray. They'll roll him out right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yeah, the opportunity squashed.
Check pass, check crunch.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And they take a knee. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for the Seahawks,
they snap out of their doldrums and improve to 2-6 on the year.
And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long and sign off from the desert.
Tonight, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
70.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. 49. Let go. 49. Switch up. Switch up.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory.
It was Osa Odighizuwa on the tackle.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, defense. Hey, here we go.
Gibson again.
Let him know.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Washington on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Newman.
And this is going to be incomplete. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this will remain an 18-point lead. And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
Well, they didn't fall behind any further thanks to that missed field goal, but still staring at this 4th quarter deficit.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. An injury stoppage here, and oh, you hope this is nothing serious. That's Dak Prescott, who is shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Line 52. Tackles.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. This one to Bourne out on the left side.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll drop to throw. On the left side, Gallup's got it.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find the answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. To throw is Prescott. And it's caught.
And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Dak's going to keep it.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he's unable to make the play himself on 2nd down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on 3rd down?
This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. Here's Prescott.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Kendrick Bourne with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it was Kendrick Bourne who was able to cap things off with a touchdown.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And they'll throw on first down with Newman. That's into the hands of his tight end Bates. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Oh, here we go. Oh.
Let's go. Set, go.
Once more, Gibson.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Gibson.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Check 24. Check 24.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Hey, watch the slant.
On 3rd down, here's Gibson.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Hey. 4 down. Check 43.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Cougar 19.
So a victory here for the Commanders.
And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Commanders, they're back to 500 as they move to 4-4 on the year.
And they will head home next week to take on the L.A. Chargers. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from AT&T Stadium.